investors that live locally, and many more actually that live, either in different states or out of the country. And what that means is that we take care of, their residential properties, which are primarily homes, houses, condos, townhouses, duplexes, quadplexes, and small complexes as well. Yeah. Some of those maybe anywhere from 50 or 60 units or less. And what that means is that we take care of them in every aspect. We help market them for lease. We are licensed brokers in Texas, and so we have the ability to market them, photograph them, making sure that they're ready, good, and ready to go for our tenants. And we handle all the application process. We handle the qualifications, and all the paperwork, all the legal agreements, everything that's going to keep them informs them of what they need to do and what we can provide for them, and makes it very clear.
Okay.
On the management side, once they transition into a property, we basically take care of that property and the tenants, as one. We do all the collection of rents. We handle all the maintenance coordination, and that is a big area where I have been able to bring in a whole lot of our BNI businesses into the picture, where we can provide them a lot of work from the maintenance side, whether it's the roof repairs, HVAC repairs, electricians, plumbers, insurance. We're able to obtain insurance for our clients, so they can protect their property. If any of our tenants need renters insurance, we have the ability to obtain that through a lot of our BNI members.
Okay.
So BNI has been really good in helping us make sure we provide great services for our clients.
Right. And
that's really important. So and in doing so, we do all the financial all the financials for our clients. So we take care of paying their bills, their HOAs, whatever the repairs, and then make sure that they get their funds in their accounting to match their records. So
gotcha. Okay, so thank you for sharing your commercial, and thank you for sharing all the information about your business. I guess the question that I have for you is, why should an investor hire a property management service rather than taking care of it themselves? So you tell me whether it's because the investor just wants to be on the investing side and not have to worry about the daily, I guess you can say, headaches of managing the property, or is it because investors, have no time, to deal with any of that? So you tell me, why does an investor need a property management company?
Well, I think the list is quite long, so we may need more than 15 or 20 minutes for that. But
it's a short version.
But primarily, yes, we take all the stress, all the hassle, all the issues. And one of the important things that we take care away from is that we understand the property code, what is legal for us to be able to do or not do. And that's really important. We spend a lot of time with legislation and making sure that the property managers stay within the realm of doing things the right way. And a lot of our clients don't understand that, so we keep our clients out of trouble. We do. Okay. And like you mentioned, we keep our clients happy, so they can worry about going and finding their next property and investing or doing whatever it is that they do, while we take care of the property, the day-to-day things, without them having to worry. Okay, is my tenant going to pay? Is this, are we going to have to evict? Do we have to do anything else?
Right.
So
yeah. So even when it comes through, as far as handling all of the collections, the vetting of the qualifications for the tenants, and you guys handling all the collections, even if there has to be an eviction, you guys handle all of that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We handle everything. I have many clients that have been a client of mine for 10 to 12 years or more, and they've never seen a property. They've never stepped foot in Houston, and we are able to take care of them from A to Z.
Oh wow! So with that being said, I mean, what type of system does your company have in order for your clients to know that you guys have everything taken care of? You guys have an online system where your investor can go and take a look and see how their properties are doing? I mean, what do you guys provide for your investors? Yeah,
so we're very big proponents of technology, and one of the things we do is we do give them an owner portal. Okay. In essence, they can log in at any time, and the information is kept live, 24/7. And so anytime there's collected rent, an expense, a work order, a repair that needs to be that's documented, everything's visible to them.
Okay.
So even if they're 13 or 15 hours a different time zone, they're able to keep track of what's happening with their property.
Okay.
And then ultimately, any questions that they have, they can email us, or many of our abroad clients love to use WhatsApp, so we use WhatsApp to communicate.
Okay.
So whatever it takes, to get that communication going.
Absolutely. So I imagine that within that portal, they can also see their profit and loss, right?
Absolutely.
They can see their profits, they can see their expenses, they can see your fees coming off there as well. That is pretty amazing. There's let's just say many property management companies out there that do the exact same service, right? But your company has something. While you and I were talking a little while ago, you mentioned that your company has something that sets you apart. You want to touch on that again?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the key, most frustrating factors for clients is that they try to get a hold of you and they can't.
Right.
So we made it a point to make sure that we are accessible. We answer our phones. While we're in our office, our entire office staff is required to answer the phones, and we like to talk to our clients, and we like to make sure that they can reach us. Mm-hmm. And that client could be obviously clients to us are our owners, our tenants, and our vendors. So we're accessible to them. If there's an emergency, we have after-hour service, so they can be contacted, and a live person answers that. And if there's any repairs or anything that need to be handled immediately, we're able to handle that as well.
Gotcha.
So we're there for our clients.
So you mentioned a little while ago about you guys being able to take care of everything for the client. One of the questions that I had for you was, I imagine that your company, your services versus the client, you guys are probably more in tune and know what's going on with HOAs, right? You probably know how to deal or how to handle, better said, your homeowners associations, right?
Well, HOAs are all a world on their own, and we do work very closely with a lot of HOAs. As a matter of fact, historically, I used to manage HOAs as well. And so we're very versed with the bylaws and in a lot of the articles that they require, and so we do understand how to approach an HOA if need be.
Yeah.
And
the reason why I asked that question is because there are some tenants that if they rent the property if they lease the property for some time, they kind of feel like it's their own and they can do certain things that could potentially be violating those guidelines that the HOA has, right? So when those tenants do that, what is your company's protocol as far as what the HOA is telling you? Or do you give your tenant a little bit of leeway, have them repair it, or do you guys go in there and take care of it without question?
Yeah, so ultimately, when it comes to an HOA issue, we always, try to receive that communication from the HOA, and we ultimately, the individual living at the property will also receive that information. So we basically, enforce it on, pass it on to the tenant as well. It's like, please, resolve this issue, and if you can't resolve it, we will do it, and then it will have to be billed back to you, whatever that case may be, whether it's a violation for the lawn service or leaving a trash can out, whatever the case may be. We do work it through the individual living there. If it does become an issue where there is an expense involved, then the tenant's responsible for that. So
okay.
It's part of the contracts.
Awesome. So one of the things that we do here on the show is that to give you, as I mentioned earlier, additional exposure, right, through this show. But one of the ways that we can provide you with that, additional exposure is us knowing who is an ideal referral for you, right? You mentioned investors, right, and residential properties, but tell us a little bit more in detail as to who's a good referral for you.
Yeah, so a great referral for me is somebody who likes to invest in homes and residential properties as an investment. Typically, they understand the market, they understand the financials behind it, and that's really important when you're purchasing any kind of investment, is understanding where your investment's coming from and what it can yield you. So the purchase and the maintenance of it is really important. So any investor that purchases 1 to 100 properties, I mean, we will take care of that. And they obviously don't want to handle it. We handle it for them. So that's a great referral. Anybody who's going out there and wanting to invest into Houston and surrounding areas, that's a great person for us to be as a client.
Yeah. I'm also thinking some of these investors that have anywhere from, 1 to 20 properties that they have been managing themselves for several years, and they're just tired of the daily, routine. And sometimes some of these investors will go out there themselves and try to do handyman work on their properties, right? You guys can work and help these investors that have 1 to 20 properties as well, that are tired of doing, it themselves.
Well, that's actually the best client, because they know what it takes.
Yep.
They fully understand what it takes to manage these properties, and so we are able to build a better relationship that way. We may not do it exactly the way they do it, but we will do it very consistently and efficiently.
Right.
And following the lease agreements and following the documents that we have is the precise best way to be able to manage these properties.
Okay. And before we move on to our next subject, is there anything else in regards to your business that you want to add that we may have left off, or that you want to just express to our viewers?
Yeah, I think this is a great time to invest. We're here. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that we are licensed brokers, so we are able to help in the purchase and the selling of the properties. So should you want to look at investments, we can definitely help with that and help make do the numbers, make sure that we look at what the property is worth, how much the down payments are, how much the expenses will be, and then also assess what the rentals would be. And that way, at the end of the day, whether that property is going to be a cash flow investment for you, or it's just you don't want to be putting out of pocket when you purchase a property for investment.
Right. So it's my understanding, or I hear through the grapevine, that it's a great time to invest because interest rates are at a record low. It's my understanding. So it's an amazing time to get in right now. Stay with us. We're going to go into a commercial break real quick, and we're going to come back and talk about a couple of more things that I want to ask you about. So don't go anywhere. Folks, we're going to go, as I mentioned, to a commercial break, but we'll be right back. Stay with us.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Do you want to experience the ease and convenience of the latest and most advanced home security system? Are you going away on vacation and want to have peace of mind while you're not at your home or at your office? According to the FBI, a robbery occurs every 13 seconds, and homes and businesses without a security system are 300% more likely to be burglarized. Hawk Security provides security solutions to residential and small businesses in the state of Texas and from California to Georgia, building a custom-tailored security setup that matches your needs. Whether it is home security, fire and carbon monoxide detection, flood detection, connected senior care, managed video surveillance solutions, alarm monitoring, and life safety. In addition to fire and carbon monoxide detection, Hawk Security has a smart home and business integration, expanding security services to a lifestyle solution, keeping customers connected to their home and businesses from anywhere in the world, from their tablet or mobile device, so you can have peace of mind even if you're not at home or in your office. Reduce your energy cost, scheduling automatic changes in thermostats or lighting. And because we rely on our heroes every single day, Hawk Security offers security services discounts to military personnel, veterans, first responders, educators, and hospital personnel. Our mission is to keep our clients safe, treat them like family, and provide them with a user-friendly security system with personalized customer service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For integrity, honesty, passion, and excellent customer service, take a strong step today toward getting protected and call Rosanna Torres at 832-863-8574, because every home and business is unique and every security system should be unique too.
Hey folks, we are back. Thank you for staying in tunes. We're here with us. So we are still talking to Elias Cami. in regards to property management, an interesting topic and subject. And we've learned all about his business and his company, his services and products. But now I want to ask him the magic question in regards to your chapter. Tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit about your chapter and why we should have all of our viewers right now visit your chapter. So give us a little bit about your chapter.
Okay, well, thank you. So I am part of the BNI Winner Circle chapter. I am this year's president, so I have the opportunity to really be hands-on to help, our group, and we have an amazing group here. Very coherent. We have a great mix of, of older, more seasoned, members, and then we have several new members, and so everybody meshes so well together.
Okay.
And it is really an amazing opportunity for people to come in and join our group, and really, really good, very centric, very amazing to be with.
Yeah, and as we see your BNI Winner Circle website scrolling there, there is a little button on there, right, that says visit this chapter, and that's how we can get an invitation to your chapter, right? So tell us, or what website should we look into to get registered for your chapter meeting?
Yeah, so please head out to the BNIHouston.com website, and there, you'll have an opportunity to scroll and look for the Winner Circle. And once you get to that point, you'll have an opportunity to request a visit there, and we will be notified, and we can actually come in and make the preparations and welcome you to our chapter for a free visit, and and you'll see immediately how everybody will come together,
Yeah, absolutely.
to make you comfortable.
And I know that Winner Circle is that type of chapter that makes everyone feel welcome, just like many other chapters in the city of Houston. But you guys definitely do take very good care of your visitors. I've heard it from your support director and many other visitors that go to your chapter that they feel like they are at home. You guys make them feel at home. So tell us, why do you guys make your visitors feel at home from the get-go? Just, you don't know them from Adam. This is new people, right? But you guys make them feel like you have known them for a very long time.
Well, I mean, really the key is to invite them into our conversation. I mean, if you make somebody a part of your family, which essentially this is kind of what BNI is all about, is being a family, being able to network together, being able to share. And you can ask anybody about anybody else, and everybody can share a little bit about who they are. And so by bringing someone in and making part of this family, you immediately feel at home and at ease. Right. You don't want to have to be tense and I used to be one of the shy people in the world, and so I know what it's like not to feel comfortable somewhere.
Right.
And so really it's just about making them comfortable and making them share with everybody, and whether it's personal or business or whatever the case may be, make them welcoming.
Yeah, absolutely. And Winner Circle, as this is a chapter is with a lot of history. It's been around for many years, and with a great track history to help their members grow their businesses via referrals. So congratulations to you guys on that. But as I mentioned earlier, our viewers and listeners are looking for an invitation for Winner Circle. So BNIHouston.com. and look for the chapter directory, and in that chapter directory you're going to find BNI Winner Circle. There is a little button on there that says visit this chapter. Click on that, register, and either Elias Cami, the president, or the visitor host committee will send you an email with the Zoom link for you to join the chapter meeting. So what day and time do you guys meet?
Yeah, so we actually meet Wednesdays at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And we are early risers, so
right.
But with Zoom, it makes it that much easier. And when we do go live again, it'll be extra time because we'll have breakfast as well.
Early bird gets the worm, right?
That's right.
Aside from the live meetings, the in-person meetings, I'm willing to bet that your members miss that breakfast, right?
We do.
Because I've been to a couple of your chapter meetings, and you guys go all out. If I remember correctly, there is like a buffet style type of breakfast there for your visitors and your members and all that.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly right. We do it. We meet at the tennis center in the Galleria, and they have a great, we do set up a nice buffet, and everybody gets to eat and enjoy, nice networking for a while, and then we start with our business after that. It's great.
Awesome. So thank you so much for sharing about your chapter. I know that everybody is in love with their chapter, but I do know that Winner Circle is doing some great things, and we can't wait to see that continued success in Winner Circle. But now it is time for you to tell us how some investors out there in the world can get in touch of Elias Cami so that you can provide them with your services. So how can we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so real easy. We have our website, and that is HoustonPropertyManagement.com. It's lengthy, but it's easy to remember.
Right.
And you can contact us through our phone. And again, we love to answer the calls and talk to somebody live. So it's 281-894-8659. And a simple email address that can communicate with us as well is management@eldams.com.
Okay. Awesome. You heard it there, folks. That's how we can get in touch with Elias Cami for his services and his company. So thank you so much for coming on the show. We certainly do appreciate your time. I know that you were here a little while ago doing some other business, but you decided to come on the show, and why not, right? You're already
Absolutely.
here. So thank you for being here. We're going to go on to our next guest. If we have our next guest on Skype, I believe. Okay, well, let's just talk to her. We're saying that we don't have a video, but let's talk to Ms. Oh, we do. We do have a video, so good. We have Ms. Enid Jones from, I believe it's Austin that Enid is from, and she's a BNI member up there. So welcome to the show, Enid.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Likewise. Thank you for being here. I know that you and I had been chatting for a little while earlier this year about launching new chapters and whatnot in your area, but we also talked about you coming onto this show. So thank you for finally making it here, and thank you for registering, to be on the show.
Yes, I love this virtual world. It has its perks.
Well, in person has its perk, but the virtual world does have its benefits, right? We're able to do this remotely, and so this is the time that you get to shine. You get to tell us all about your business, your products, your services, and tell us what you guys are doing up there in your area. So this is your time to shine. Tell us about your business.
Yeah, so I'm Enid Jones, and I have the Social Mermaid, which is a social media consulting, management, and creation platform. And I have been in photography for over 10 years, and over time, my clients started needing more content online, and then they became so busy that they needed someone to kind of help direct that content and manage it. So I've added that onto what I offer. And I've been doing that in BNI for about a year as far as my social media chair. But I was a BNI member 3 years before that as a photographer. So just happy to be here and happy to be sharing. I'm a part of the Friendly Referrals in Pflugerville, Texas, which is a funny name for a town. It's PF. And I'm not from Texas originally, so that was a little confusing for me moving here, but it makes sense now.
Because this is something very, out of curiosity from on my end, but the name, the Social Mermaid, where did that come from?
So if you are familiar with the Disney movie, The Little Mermaid, she has a song about wanting to be where the people are, right? And so when I was thinking about my business and what I wanted to do, I wanted to help people connect with their audiences online. So my saying is that I help you go where your people are online. And she wanted to go where the people are on land. So that's where I got it.
I like the way that you connected those two things. I would have never imagined that is where the name of your business came from. The Social Mermaid. So that's actually pretty genius of you. So thank you for explaining that. Now, you help businesses get their content out and put it in front of people, right? This is basically a marketing service that you provide for your clients. So tell us a little bit about your clientele. Who are your clients and who is a great referral for you?
A great referral for me is someone who's been in business for a while. Maybe you've had a brick and mortar business, so like a storefront, maybe you own a hair salon, or you're an attorney, or something where people had to come to you, right? Mm-hmm. To meet you, to shake your hand, to see what you offer, to see samples. But now that everything has gone virtual, now you need somebody to bridge that gap, because you've been fantastically successful in person, but maybe you didn't put so much focus on your social platforms. And before the pandemic, you could probably get away with posting a few times a week and people would kind of know who you are and have a good sense of what you do. But now, since the pandemic and everything going virtual, there's so, like, it has quadrupled in the amount of people just on, let's just take Facebook, for example. Before the pandemic, I think there was maybe 1.6 billion users. And now, the last time I looked, which was like 2 months ago, it had gone up to like 4 billion users.
Wow.
So it's exploded. And so if you're only posting once every other day, or some people are only able to post like once a week, you are like invisible online because there's so much content, so many more people logging on constantly throughout the day, that if you post it on Monday at 8 a.m., you're lost by noon on that same day. And
Wow.
so when I say that to business owners, I can see their like faces just kind of go really solemn and their eyes gloss over because they're like, we barely have enough time to check our emails. You're saying we have to post 3 times a day and have different things that we're talking about all day. They're like, we just don't have time. But what I help bring to the table is, if you don't have the money, for example, to hire a CMO, someone who's in charge of your content and your digital content going on, then I can come in and I can consult you and your team and show you how you can kind of share the load of sharing online, how to talk to your audience, how to connect with them. So I usually tell people go to Amazon to buy. They open that app and they're ready to, like, they know they're going to get some lipstick, they're going to get some eyelashes, they're getting some new shoes. They know what they're going to Amazon for, right? But when they get onto social media, they're coming here for connection. They're coming here to get to know who you are, what you do, what drives you. You have to connect with them first before you can sell to them. You see ads all day as you're scrolling. The ads are right there, but do you really click on them unless you have a connection or you're really desperately looking for that product? Probably not. So I help build conversations that build relationship, that help people like, know, and trust you, and are more likely to buy from you when you're finally sharing that product. And so that's kind of my expertise. I connect you. So
nice. So, one of the things that you mentioned earlier is that prior to you taking on this role and this particular chair, which was, I think you said about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, you initially started BNI as a photographer. So it can go hand in hand. I'm guessing you can be a photographer in order to be able to create content. Maybe you can use photographs to create the content for your clients. Or is it now more digital as far as graphic design that you guys are doing to promote your clients' businesses?
So actually, I am still very much a photographer as far as what I'm offering my clients. I give you the visuals. And then, so I do mainly branding and marketing photography now. I started out as a family portrait photographer, but I am now a branding and marketing. So I can do photographs of your product or of your services, of your teams, and then I help you break up that content. So let's say I take 10 photos of your office, for example. I can show you how to crop those images and then create graphics using the images. So we might have a 3-hour session, but you're going to get months worth of content in 3 hours worth of photos, because I'm going to show you how to break it up and create micro content with those images. But I also have someone on my team who's a graphic designer. And so if you need custom graphics for an event or a special gift or something that you're doing in your company, we can design something for you as well.
Yeah, I see that. And I see the content that you're talking about. We're scrolling through your website there, and I see different pictures with different content underneath each picture. And so one of the things that we want to know from you is in regards to your clients that you mentioned earlier as to who is a great referral for you. But let's say, for example, that you have a company who never really paid attention to doing social media because, pre-COVID, they could potentially, just do word of mouth and or count on their book of business to stay afloat and to stay in business, right? But right now, as you mentioned, I forget the number, but it was 4 billion, I think it was, of people that have now increased into the social media. It is crucial to be in front of people now more than ever. We know that the world has changed. The way that we go about promoting our businesses has also changed, right? So when you say 3 times per day, that's actually right over my head, because coming up with that content, it's a job of its own, right? And so thank goodness for people like you and your businesses that, you know, your business exists to be able to help us business owners focus on what we focused on what we are good at, and hiring someone as professional as you to take care of that other content. So a business owner that has never really paid attention to doing social media, how crucial, how critical is it for them to get on and start doing social marketing right now?
Well, I like to ask people, how much is a new client worth to you, right? So think about when people, for example, something that BNI shares when we're launching chapters, right? We share how much it costs to do a mail advertisement, to be in a mailer, right? It's a lot of money to be inserted in those coupon books or sending a flyer out and paying for postage. Well, also there was a recent study that said that business owners on average, not necessarily working on their business, but business owners on average are spending up to 6 hours a day on social media platforms. And if that's how much business owners on average are spending on social media, just imagine how much time your ideal client is spending on social media, right? And how much is that person worth? How much is getting in front of them worth? And how much more is it that they would actually engage with what you posted and then come to you in your messages and say, hey, I want to know more about you. I want to know more about what you're doing because I saw that you've been posting about this particular thing that I'm really passionate about or I really need. And so you're not really, when you think about even making cold calls, this is like easier than cold calling, because you are putting in front of them something that they want to know about and they want to see, but now they're coming to you into your DMs and into your private messages and asking for more. And so I focus mainly on getting your organic reach up, which means you're not paying to boost necessarily right away. I had one client that was spending hundreds of dollars a day on social media posts. He was just boosting everything. And when I looked at his strategy, I'm like, nobody was touching the majority of what he was putting money on. There was one video, this is for a boxing gym. There was one video of a tiny Latina woman just knocking it out of this giant man, right? She was swinging and she had him running for his money. I mean, she was fire. And that post was like so much engagement. People were all about it. And I was like, listen, I want you to shut off everything that you've been putting money on, all these other posts. Nobody cares about all the other stuff, which was just like, come join our gym. We have a free trial hour. There was good stuff, but people just weren't interested, but they were fiery interested on that video. So I said, shut everything off and put $100 on this video. And that alone got him so many new memberships that week, because people were like, shoot, I can come in and I can be like this little fiery Latina by the end of my time here. That's what I want. Like, I want to come in and do 30 minutes of hardcore workout where I'm like punching it out. And he's like, holy cow, I didn't even realize that I could have just invested $100 on one video instead of hundreds of dollars on a ton of posts. And so I can kind of come in and even just help you tweak what you're already doing and help you see the blind spots and where to put your money if you're wanting to boost. But if you're not ready to put money on marketing, I can help you strategize and test out the content so that what you are investing in actually performs well and gives you a return on your time investment or your financial investment.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back and continue our conversation. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to go into a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Now, more than ever, having accurate and up-to-date bookkeeping is crucial for tax and operating cost optimization. Additionally, having a reliable outside bookkeeping company ensures your books are done correctly, and there is no need for the cost of a full-time accountant. RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services, founded by veteran Ron Maldonado, can provide different bookkeeping packages to fit your company's needs. Assist with the installation of onboarding of QuickBooks, review your books for tax preparation, assist with the creation and registration of your company and obtaining your company's EIN number with the IRS. Tax services for individuals and businesses, for sales and use tax certificates, filing franchise and sales tax reports. Take a decisive step. Call Ron Maldonado at 281-610-7039 and let RSM Bookkeeping and Tax Services be a part of your success.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today. Graphic design, banners, brochures, business cards, posters, any printing you need for your company's branding, Priority Printing SS is your solution. With more than 30 years of experience, Priority Printing SS has been the preferred solution for hundreds of companies for any printed materials. At Priority Printing SS, they believe in listening to you, bringing you creative ideas to effective results. Your printed materials talk about your company. Make sure they open the door for you. Trust your printed materials to the experts. Call Priority Printing SS at 713-575-9800 and let Priority Printing SS handle with ease all your printing needs.
And we are back, folks. This is BNI Now, and I'm your host, Ray Gutierrez, and we've been having a conversation with Anna Jones with P-Friendly Referrals up in a little town up in Texas, North Texas. And thank you for sticking with us, and thank you for staying with us here through Skype in this virtual interview. You were mentioning all kinds of amazing things that you do for your clients in regards to social media management and all that great stuff. But right now is time for you to tell us about your chapter. I hear great things about your chapter. So tell us who is your chapter and what day and time you guys meet and all that great stuff.
Yes, so I'm a member of the Friendly Referrals, Friendly with a P, and we are in Pflugerville, Texas. And when we meet in person, we meet at the Spare Time in Pflugerville, Texas at 11:30 in the morning on Thursdays. Great chapter.
So how long have you been a member of that chapter?
I've been with them for 3 years.
Awesome. And I believe also within your chapter, you have a very unique story about how much you love your chapter and what your chapter has been able to do for you and what they did for you. I don't know if you would like to share that story about one of the reasons why you love your chapter so much.
Yes. So when I moved to Round Rock, like I said, I was looking for a chapter that had a photographer's seat available. And I'd only been in Texas a little over a year, so I was still making connections, still getting to know people. And I joined Friendly Referrals in October of 2017. And soon after they gave me the acceptance, you're in, basically. That week, I found out that I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like I've already been working a year into like restarting my photography business in Texas, and I just joined this chapter and they were so excited to have me. And I'm going into surgery November 2nd, and I don't even know like how long I'm going to be out, right? So many unknowns. And I was so just overwhelmed. I was afraid. And I was like, I have to say something. I can't just not show up to meetings, starting in November. So I messaged the president at the time, Dustin Fox, and I was like, look, I will completely understand if you have to let me go, but I just found out I have cancer. I have to have surgery in November, and I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how many meetings I'm going to miss. I don't know how many one-to-ones I'm going to be able to have. And I'm still new to the area, so I don't even know how many referrals I'll be able to bring you. But I completely understand if you need to find somebody else who's going to be a better, more productive member of this chapter. And as soon as I was done saying that, he's like, oh, we are not going to let you go. He's like, that's not how this works. He's like, we are here for you. We will stand behind you. You take as much time as you need, and we will fully support you and be here as a resource to you. And, some people can say that, and you're like, oh, maybe he was just being nice. But in the months that followed, this chapter rallied around me. Several members in the chapter prepaid for photography services for me to help my family through. They paid for meals. They had meals delivered. The cleaning company in my chapter cleaned my home for free, would send 3 ladies come to my house once a week for months and would clean my house and help us have a clean and healthy home because my immune system was 0. I already had an immune compromised condition, and then going through cancer, it basically had my immune system at 0, and I was so exhausted all the time. And I have 2 teenagers, and it was my husband working full time, and we had no family here. So my BNI chapter became our family, and it was just the most beautiful experience. And they were so patient with me. They let me work when I could, and it just gave me so much grace and so much support. It truly has been such a blessing to be a part of BNI. I tell people this is more than just a financial thing that you're walking into. This is truly going to become your business family, and in some ways your friendships closer than family, like brothers and sisters. So I love this group, and I don't see myself walking away from here.
No, what I was about to say, I mean, if that's not, a BNI family, then I don't know what is, because that is a truly amazing testimonial as to what BNI is. Not only that, but what your chapter is and what they stand for, and the level of commitment they have to one another, within the members themselves. So congratulations to you, and I'm glad that you are doing fine now. And thank you for sharing that story. Many people would not want to share, those type of stories, but you did, and it's something that should be told, because it is something that we are always professing here in BNI. We're here to help each other grow our businesses via referrals, but we're also here to help each other and motivate each other and collaborate and elevate each other in every single aspect, not just necessarily business, right?
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it's been for me. So huge.
Awesome. So tell us about your chapter, as far as, our viewers want to know how we can get an invitation to visit your amazing chapter. So tell us your regional website and where they can go and register to visit your chapter.
Right. So you can find us under the BNIDFW.com. DFW stands for Dallas, but we're still under that umbrella with our region. And then you just go in and search for chapters, or if you want to join a chapter, and it should pop up a menu, and you can find us in the Austin area under Friendly Referrals. And again, that's PF Friendly Referrals, as in Pflugerville, Texas. You can also find us on Facebook, and it is BNI Friendly Referrals. And if you send a message, I am the moderator for that page, so you will get to talk to me in the private messages there. And I can give you links to register for a visit there as well. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. But you know, our viewers also want to know how we can get in touch with you for your services, for your business. So how can we get in touch with you?
So I'm the Social Mermaid. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. All is under the Social Mermaid. And I recently launched a new website, and it is thesocialmermaid.net. And you can get a hold of me there. I'm signing people up for my mailing list and all the things. So you can find all the details on the website.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We definitely do appreciate you being on the show. I know that we've been trying to have you here for some time now, and we are excited that we finally got to catch up and connect and give you this opportunity to give you more exposure to your business. Thank you again, and I'm going to be talking to you soon because I've got some folks up in there in your region that are looking to launch a new chapter, so we may be able to connect here sometime soon.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing.
Likewise. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks. Now we're going to go into our little special presentation, something that is not very easy to talk about, something that occurred this week, and something that was, for a lot of us, that were completely not knowing what was going on. It's totally behind the scenes, but we received the shocking news that Ms. Beth Meisner, the wife of Dr. Ivan Meisner, the founder of BNI, she actually passed away this week, and we could not be more saddened, you know, for the loss of this amazing soul that was nothing but in this world to help others. And by the look of just the things that she was able to accomplish throughout her life here, I am not only impressed, but I am honored to be a part of an organization that has something to do with Ms. Beth Meisner and everything that she did. Just to give you a little bit of background, Beth Meisner currently, or as of this week, she was a member of the Heart Freedom Method, a yoga instructor, lived in Austin, Texas, not far from here, co-author at Meisner Plan Books. She is also a member of Abundant Health. That's a current blog that she was in podcast, weekly podcast that focused on healing on 3 levels, body, mind, and spirit. And she was a member of the Universal Life Church. And not only that, but one of the most amazing things that Ms. Meisner did is that she was a co-founder of the BNI Foundation. And the BNI Foundation stands for so many things and helping many other people in the world that it just goes beyond. We don't have enough time to go through everything that the BNI Foundation does for others around the world, but it's some truly amazing things what they are doing, and we could not be more proud to have and or be a part of this organization that it does great, amazing things for many other people around the world. So with that being said, we received this news by reading some words that Dr. Meisner mentioned in a post when he let the world know that his lovely wife had passed away. These are his words. My bride of more than 31 years passed away last night. She was the love of my life. She was my soulmate. I know that sometimes she felt like she was my shadow, but the truth is that she was always my light. Some amazing words from Dr. Meisner there in regards to his wife. In lieu of cards or flowers, I know that Beth would prefer that people make donations to the BNI Foundation, which she co-founded and loved. You can find the BNI Foundation by simply going to your browser and typing in bnifoundation.com and use some of those funds from the referrals that we are getting here within BNI and donate to the BNI Foundation, which is something that Ms. Beth Meisner was extremely, extremely proud of, and all of the amazing things that the BNI Foundation is doing for many others, children around the world. some really amazing things. So we could not be, again, more proud to be a small little part in Ms. Beth Meisner's life. And everything that she did for many others is definitely something that will never be forgotten. So we are truly honored, and we are proud to have known her. And we're going to share here now a little memorial that that we put together, hopefully in light to help remember Ms. Meisner. And you know, can't have enough words to talk about what's going through me right now. But very grateful to be a part of this, and so we're really hoping that you guys enjoy this tribute video to Ms. Beth Meisner. My name is Rick, and we'll talk to you soon.
COVID-19.
Últimas noticias, Heraldo de México. Sergio Sarmiento. Lo único que tienes que hacer es: paso 1. Crea una cuenta en Amazon y selecciona México.
Or not. The NowMedia video business card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia video business card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Si usted es agente de bienes raíces y está buscando una compañía confiable para limpieza para mantener sus casas de venta o renta impecables, Sierra Cleaning Services es su solución. Con más de 15 años de experiencia, Sierra Cleaning Services ha sido la compañía preferida por los agentes de bienes raíces en Houston, Katy, Cinco Ranch, Cypress y Woodlands. Sierra Cleaning Services ofrece limpieza residencial, comercial y de oficinas, remoción de escombros durante todas las fases de proyectos de construcción, aseo de casas y oficinas antes y después de ser habitadas. Llame a Alfredo Sierra y permita que Sierra Cleaning Services sea su aliado en su proyecto de limpieza.
Gracias por acompañarnos en Las Noticias con Javier Alatorre. Ahora sí ya estás muy bien informado.